59, and now they're looking to get themselves the winner to Super Bowl 59. The Chiefs, Tony, they decided to defer, send the football down to Buffalo to start the game.
I know, and that's what everyone kind of does. But these two quarterbacks, whoever gets off to the best start gives them a great ability to win this football game. The Chiefs have done it outstanding in their run in the playoffs last year. Now it's Josh's turn.
So Butker delivers the touchback, and you see Josh in the postseason against Kansas City. 0-3, but 9 total touchdowns. Only 1 interception. That divisional loss here a couple of years back. 13 seconds away from going to the Super Bowl. He did all he could that night in Kansas City. Last year, of course, the Chiefs went up to Buffalo and beat them 27-24. And now we're underway with the first snap coming up at the 30-yard line. And it's a keep for the quarterback. And he runs into a pile of Kansas City defenders after a pickup of about 3 or 4, including Mike Pennell. But give me a little deeper dive into Josh as we look at the starting lineup here for the Bills offense.
Well, you see a concerted effort right there to use his legs. They will do that more than they ever have today. They're going to keep the game simple for him. You can rely on him. I expect them, though, to use the legs of Cook, rely on this offensive line, who has played outstanding all year, run the football late in the game. He gets 2 cracks at it every time, Jim. You don't go down without him having the ball in his hands.
And 2nd down and 6. The pass almost intercepted by Cook. Chris Jones applied pressure, and alas, the errant throw that almost went the other way.
Well, you'll see right here, Chris Jones, this is how interceptions happen. Someone creates the pressure, and you've got to throw it a little earlier than you wanted to. And Hollins wasn't ready for the ball to come that quickly, and very fortunate for Buffalo. That should have been intercepted.
On 3rd and 6. Dana coming after him. He escapes for a moment, barely sacked during the season, now flings it, and again he almost got intercepted. And even Coleman of the Bills had a play on it as that ball bounced around a couple of times off the likes of Najee Johnson and Brian Cook. Incomplete.
Dana comes off the edge right here. He makes Allen move up in the pocket. Chris Jones holds on to him. And right here, the gunslinger of old, Josh Allen, who really should have 2 interceptions. Really only get 1, but he hasn't done that much all year, Jim. That's nerves right there.
So in the punt is Sam Martin. The Bills got off to slow starts in the first 2 playoff games as they saw their opponents. First the Broncos, then the Ravens both go down the field with opening drive touchdowns. Down a quick 7. A 3 and out on this occasion as Remigio makes the fair catch at the 10 after a 56-yard boot. A good one by Martin. So Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship games, 7-year starter. You've heard it 7 times in this game. The 2 losses were both at home, by the way, in overtime. One to Brady and the Patriots, then to Burrow and the Bengals. But trying to take this team to a Super Bowl for a 5th time in 6 years. No one's ever done that over a 6-year span. Pacheco's the running back to start. Quick throw, caught. Diving up ahead to the 22-yard line is Hollywood Brown. They get him going early after he was silent in the playoff game against Houston. Pickup of 11. Here's the Mahomes offense.
And this is the problem right here for any team. The last 3 weeks, the Chiefs have tightened it up. They're in rhythm, getting the ball out as fast as they have all year. And that keeps teams really at bay. And you're going to find if he's able to get the ball out that quickly, you are not going to beat the Chiefs.
Here's a 1st and 10 throw. And again, they complete it. Right back they go to Hollywood Brown again. That was Benford on the coverage. That's a 9-yard gain.
And this is an RPO, run pass option. He can hand the ball off right here or throw the slant. He sees that it's man-to-man coverage. And this is why Brown has really made this offense, I think, much more difficult to cover. Usually you just take out Kelsey and you're going to be okay. Not anymore.
2nd and 1, so they quickly get out of the jam starting back at the 10. A little play action, and now rolling and faking the throw again, and then he's tripped up from behind by Epinesa, but not until he picked up a first down on a rush of 4.
Well, this defense last week, you see right here the extra effort by the first and second level players. They did outstanding. Ed Oliver was a monster last week against Baltimore. He's a little undersized, they say. He was so disruptive, Jim. He's got that quick twitch first step, and they're going to need him today. I think he needs to have one of his best games of his career if Buffalo's going to win.
If I've heard anything from you this weekend, it's been about the line play. Everybody's focusing on the quarterbacks. Who's going to win the trenches in this one? It's again, fake it to Pacheco. And Mahomes throws on the run, and he's got Worthy for another 9-yard pickup, just shy of a first.
Andy Reid does a great job of moving the pocket, and Mahomes doesn't have to just sit there. Earlier in the year, we know about the tackles. They were getting the quarterback hit over and over again, and then this is a catch, yes. But I think Andy Reid has done a really good job of chipping on the edge and getting Mahomes to move outside the pocket.
They came and responded it, Tony. They said he rolled out, so might have been a replay assist. It's a first down. Finally, their first rush, and it's Pacheco for about 4 as they picked up 3 quick first downs and approaching midfield in a hurry.
Well, you saw the quick throws that I talk about. This is going to be one of the real keys that I'm going to bring up multiple times is Buffalo has disrupted that rhythm and timing. In week 11, they made Mahomes hold the ball the longest of the season, 3.5 seconds almost. But when Mahomes is playing his best, they get it out fast. Great job by Andy Reid, and Patrick get off to a good start.
Von Miller comes in for the Bills defense on 2nd and 7. Down the middle of the field, again on target. Juju Smith-Schuster down to the 20-yard line. Boy, they're getting these pass plays right in the middle of the field. That's 3 of them already.
You see, this is where they really affect you. The motion happens right there. And then at this point, Mahomes sees the line stay down low, and there's so much attention on Kelsey that these are all run-pass options, and it gets the ball out really fast. This is a great job by Andy Reid game planning to start this game.
That went for 32 yards.
Safety's coming, safety's coming.
Safety's coming, he's saying. Safety's coming.
Kareem Hunt in the backfield. They give it to him. Hunt sidesteps a tackle. Sidesteps it all the way down to the 14-yard line before Cole Bishop, who gets the start for Taylor Rapp, inactive in this game, injured last week with a back and hip. So the rookie out of Utah makes the tackle here.
You'll see the kick-out block by Trey Smith right here. And what an addition getting Kareem Hunt in week 4. He's really giving them that toughness, that extra layer they needed. And we know about Pacheco, but they're leaning on Hunt as the season's going on.
2nd and 2. It's back to Kareem and drives ahead for a first down.
You could see the plan against this Buffalo defense, who has 2 opening drive touchdowns. And this has happened before. We've seen this. They kind of come in, their plan, but no one is better at adjusting, I feel like, than this Buffalo coaching staff. They will adjust as the game goes on. This is going to be a tough physical game. Good plan so far by Kansas City.
Josh Allen wondering, am I going to have to be down 7 points again like I have the last 2 weeks?
They're so efficient in these playoff games, Kansas City.
1st and 10. Hunt again slips through, goes all the way for the touchdown. Kareem Hunt from 12 yards out, completing a 90-yard drive for the score.
Right guard Trey Smith going to pull. Great kick out block there. Allows Taylor to seal the edge on the inside. And you said it. What a drive by Kansas City to start the game.
9 plays. That's all it took to go 90. And Butker comes in for the PAT. And it's 7-0. The Bills are again familiar, being down 7-0 play schedule. They meet in the regular season, they meet in the postseason. By the way, they're going to be meeting again in the regular season next year. We already know that. There'll be a regular season game at Orchard Park. As Butker sends this one about 5 yards deep, and again, no return. Yeah, there's so much history to chronicle. Those 8 made it to a conference championship game, but none of those 3 ever got past this game to go into a Super Bowl looking for the three-peat. On first down, it's Cook. He didn't handle it the first series. We got a flag down at the line of scrimmage. He takes it for about 5. Alec Anderson, who they've been using a lot as an extra lineman, reporting as eligible. Might have been a little confusion there.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 70 was covered by number 13. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Gene, he reported as eligible.
Yes,
you know
he does, Tony. And
right?
then Mac Hollins goes out on that wide side, and he goes up onto the line of scrimmage and covers him. He's an eligible receiver covered. Good call for a illegal formation.
Yep, they called him right there, and they used that 6th lineman more than almost any team in the National Football League. They've had a ton of success with it. They used it against Baltimore last week, and one of the keys to this game will be how Kansas City handles that, because they run it on everyone with it.
So Reed was shaken up and trots to the sideline. Jaden Hicks, a rookie who's had a fine season out of Washington State, come in for him. First and 15.
Changing the play. He initially thought it, then he sees mannerisms of the defense. Slide line here, now the defense changes their play.
Across the middle, he's got a completion. And that's caught by Kincaid for a pickup of about 12.
It's a great job, the cat and mouse game, getting to the right play, but this is the guy today, right, Jim?
Chris Jones.
Who did not touch Josh Allen in week 11. He says he's changing that this week.
2nd and 4. And look at that line, just throw him back. Ty Johnson tossed around.
And Wharton has really come on this year. I mean, he's been playing the run and pass better and better each week, and you see right here just the interior of this defensive line. Just displace, move back, and allow there to be space for the edge rushers to come down. And these are the games right now. These are the plays, I should say, critical situations you got to win.
On 3rd and 3, Allen across the middle. He's got his first down of the game as he connects with Shakir for the first. They get out of a 1st and 15. One pass to Kincaid, and this one for 12 yards.
And both these teams do a great job keeping possession of the ball, getting into 3rd and manageable. And Shakir, who's really taken off this year, he's a key cog, and you got to watch Allen's legs on 3rd and 3, and you've got to watch him coming across the field, a staple for them.
So one pass to Kincaid, the next one to Shakir, and the Bills avoid another early out. Davis, the rookie, running back in, but Allen being chased by Karlaftis. Gonna heave it down the field and out of bounds. That was Dalton Kincaid down the field. He again had an early reception. He was not up for the game against the Chiefs in November. He was out with a knee at that time.
Well, Karlaftis has improved dramatically, and he has had a big month. And right here, the technique they teach him to not allow Allen to get the edge and be able to go forward, he does it perfectly, keeping his spot and then making him go wide.
Chris Jones out for this snap on 2nd and 10. Not a completion. Amari Cooper fighting for every inch, and it's going to be held back by Bolton about a half-yard shy of the first.
Well, and this is an outstanding job of slant, which I think Cooper does as well as anyone, pushing the leverage, and you see this is so hard to stop.
Allen getting shoved from behind. He's got the first down.
With his size and the tush push from behind, they were 28 for 30 this year coming in, and I think anytime they get in 3rd and 2 or less, you're going to see it. And I think you're going to see it twice if someone were to stop them, because the 2 times they got stopped this year, Jim, they didn't stop him the next time.
I'll tell you, Cook did a fantastic job there, really helping his quarterback get across.
You're exactly right. That's where it's like his size gives you a little bit, and there's 29 for 31.
First down, they go to Cook, weaving through traffic, getting it down to about the Kansas City 35-yard line.
How impressive is this young man? I mean, this is why, if you're a Buffalo fan, they can actually win this game and win the Super Bowl. They're a two-dimensional team, and Cook has that vision, the ability to create holes that aren't even there. Then you add in the continuity on this offensive line. No one's played more together than them. They all play football together a lot.
Cook, who had 2 rush touchdowns in the win against Kansas City in November, picked up 5 on that carry. Now on second down, dropped the snap and falls on it back at the 39. Chris Jones is there to fall on top of Allen, who makes the recovery. This is a team that has not lost a fumble since week 4. They nearly had one here.
Yeah, and this is just your eyes come off the ball. Just a little antsy to start the game. You saw Josh on the first drive. Got to make sure and catch it first. Another huge third down here.
Now you got to talk about field goal range too, as they backed up 4 yards there. On 3rd and 9, quick throw complete. Shakir bounces outside, and he's got 3 Chiefs around him. Stopped him short of the first, including Jalen Watson got on him. Now you're going to have 4th down, 4th and about 5 or 6.
It's all about, you trust your field goal kicker, you kick it.
Yep, and they do. They're going to bring him out.
Well, we know how their season ended last year.
Jay, what about the warm-up you saw with Bass today?
Tyler Bass had a phenomenal warm-up. Didn't miss a kick inside 60 yards. He hit the ball great. Obviously, the confidence from last week making that big 51-yarder helping him.
Never missed from beyond 50, as you see in his postseason career. This is 53 yards. Bass with the kick, and he crushes it. Good from 53.
Surprising to you, isn't it?
It is. You think of, well, you got
Big
Harrison Butker for starters.
Yeah, he's played in a few games too.
The stadium has been in existence since 1972. From the goal line, here comes the run back. Remigio had the big 63-yarder to open last week's game. He tried to hurdle for a moment, but Andreessen was having none of that. And he might have been injured on that failed hurdle attempt.
And you're going to see if that's going to be able to continue. They do it again here.
Holmes again fakes the handoff, goes deep, and no flag. Broken up. And broken up by Benford, and Brown for a minute it looked like he might catch it.
There's so many levels to this. I mean, this is an absolutely perfect throw, and Brown had a big play last week down the field that barely ended up incomplete, but Benford is the story here. He was in concussion protocol, and it was real questionable whether he was going to come back and play in this game. They have to have him. It's a huge drop-off if he's not in the game.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes has to slide away from it and take off. He's going to scramble for a first down, picks up 12.
One of the keys to the game, anytime you play Kansas City or Buffalo or even the Ravens last week, is keep contain. And Rousseau right there thought he was keeping contain, but he gets hit down by his own teammate right there. And to win in the trenches, to push the pocket, keep this quarterback corralled, can't let him get to the edge.
How about in the postseason? In those 3 matchups against the Bills, pretty good. Over 300 yards a game, 8 touchdown passes, no picks. The give to Worthy, the rookie from Texas, has 8 or 9 yards. And I'm talking about those stats with Mahomes. He threw an interception on his first pass of the game against the Bills in November and his last pass. But ever since that game, November 17th, they have not turned it over one time.
Well, and we
8 games.
We talk about Buffalo all season winning the turnover battle, but there was 3 in that game. As you see,
Benford shaken up.
Oh, we just said, remember I talked about they had to have him
right before the snap. He gets hit by his teammate,
and he was in concussion protocol this week.
Yes. So we're going to step aside as they look at Ben. Before that snap, it was absolutely essential that they had to have him. He'd been in concussion protocol all week after suffering that injury, the concussion last week against the Ravens. And looking to take his place is Kaiir Elam. And you've already said it. I mean, it's kind of a weird announcer's jinx. An injury
what happens
right after it.
What happens right there is you have a game plan coming in. Sean McDermott knows, and Bobby Babich, they thought they could guard these guys one-on-one. And you saw on the deep over route, Benford did a great job of not allowing that catch to Brown. Otherwise, that's a 30, 40, 50-yard play. Well, when you bring in other guys, Elam has gotten exposed when he's been out there. And I don't think you can do the same thing. You have to adjust your plan now.
2nd and 2. Do you take a shot deep?
No, I think you're going to see zone. I think you can run it or throw it short against him.
Watson lined up across from him. They got pressure. The ball bounces out. The ball's on the ground and recovered. Boy, for a minute it looked like Kansas City had it, and then it wasn't secure. We'll check a flag as well.
Well, I think it's going to be offsides on Buffalo anyway. Ed Oliver trying to get the snap count, but this would have been huge for Buffalo. We'll see if you're correct. And the ball just slipped out.
Offside, defense, number 91. A 5-yard penalty, yards gained is enough for a first down.
In these games, these are the type of plays that can literally, we saw it with the Ravens game against Buffalo last week, where just a turnover here or there really changes the complexity when you have two evenly matched opponents. So Kansas City fortunate to get it back, but you cannot have pre-snap and post-snap penalties in these type of games.
So it's a first down. It was on a 2nd and 2, the offside. So first down at the 43. It's Hunt. He's been running like a rookie. The rookie in Hunt who led the league in rushing when he was drafted in the 3rd round, coming out of the same draft class as Patrick Mahomes.
You're going to see two guys pull, Caliendo, and then Kelsey fits in there, turning Bernard away. Another well-designed play by Andy Reid, who was off in the first 15 to a great start. This is troublesome if you're Buffalo.
They've already had 5 plays. You're talking about troublesome. 5 plays for over 10 yards. Defense just not with any answers so far. Out of the backfield, they swing it to Worthy. Gets around Douglas, and Bishop finally cuts off the angle, but not until they pick up yet another first down.
This is just a clinic by Andy Reid, masterclass level right here. He almost had a plan for what you think the defensive play caller is going to do against you, and he has called it perfectly. This is why they're so hard to beat. You put his knowledge, his brain up there, and then you give him Mahomes. Good luck beating this team.
Well, they say he was down early. It's not a first down. 8 yards gained. You got a 2nd and 2 with a minute to go in the first quarter. And again, the ball's on the ground. And Mahomes tries to fight back to get it. It may end up in the hands, it does, of the Bills. It's Ed Oliver with the recovery.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
Kansas City turns it over for the first time since mid-November. Been 501 plays from scrimmage by the Chiefs since the last time they turned it over. Cook still going, and Cook has a first down as Reid is able to finish it off. But a good piece of running there by Jimbo Cook.
Well, it's just what makes this Buffalo offense so hard to handle is all the misdirection, and Cook can find holes. I'm telling you, he might be the most underrated back in the league because everyone talks about Barkley and Henry. Well, I'm telling you, Cook's right behind them.
I agree with you. It didn't look to be a whole lot there. And he was able to find little seams 2 or 3 times and pick up 11 yards.
He's tough, physical, great vision. And now I think they're bringing it back where it's just short of the first down.
He's down by contact with the ball short of the line to gain.
Well, this is how Buffalo wins, Jim. You thought Baltimore, they were moving the ball backward. Buffalo won the turnover battle 3-0 last week, and guess what? This season they were plus 24. Number 1 in giveaways, 3rd in takeaways, and it continues.
2nd and 1. The second time in this quarter the spot has been moved, 1 for each side. As Cook picks it up this time, and what is likely the final play of the first quarter.
And when you get these two offenses, you know, Kansas City used to have that extra horsepower gear right down the field, all these things. Now they're more methodical. They control possession of the ball as well as any team. Buffalo as well. Each possession met.
Welcome back to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. An honor to call it here from the Lynn Dawson broadcast booth. Who took the Chiefs to Super Bowl I and then won in Super Bowl IV down in New Orleans. First play of the quarter, swinging it over to Cook. Gilliam out there throwing a great block. And Cook manages to take it to the Kansas City side of the 50 with that catch and run.
This is a staple of Joe Brady right here. He's going to go ahead and have a crosser. If you throw that good, if he's not there, everyone's going to block to the left. So it's premeditated check down with a blocker, so it turns into a run way out by the sideline. Well designed.
Keon Coleman, their rookie, who's physical. Duffy across from him. Allen's looking that way, now pointing, looking for help. Stumbles out of the pocket, and now going to fling it way downfield to Coleman, and it's tipped away at the last moment. That was Hicks, rookie on rookie, defending that play.
What is Josh doing, though? I mean, if he saw the flag on the field, I could see.
You understand it then.
But that's not your job as a quarterback, is to mitigate risk and always be playing that and understanding. And this is such a huge game.
Pass, holding, defense number 32. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down, Buffalo.
I think he was pointing at this, so here's going to be the penalty.
He was pointing at it.
I think he was saying that's a hold.
Yep.
Because right there, he's actually pointing. That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Exactly why he heaved it down the field.
And I think he heaved it up there. That is next level there. Okay. I see you, Josh.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, I'm telling everyone, I saw it.
From the 38. Davis. Nice piece of tackling by Bolton. Pick up a 4.
Good run defense earlier, too, a couple games back against Houston, who was number 3 at the time, and they ran it right down these guys' throat. And you sit here and you go, Kansas City, how are you going to stop that? And then you got to handle Josh Allen. It's really about the commitment of Buffalo. Can they stay committed to it?
And the Bills, meanwhile, going against the Broncos and Ravens, those stout run defenses. They ran for 357 yards combined. Over to Shakir. Look at that tackle by Reed. Backs him up about 4 yards.
It's just a good job by Reed. He's in a man-to-man situation where when you get the motion going across, you got to keep following. And when you take that angle, you better be right. It's not a pump fake going downfield, but he's watched enough tape to know.
Here comes the blitz on 3rd and 9. Caught for the first. Cooper with the reception.
This was high level on many forms. Spagnuolo has one of the coolest blitzes. The safety comes opposite side of the field to the other. But Josh Allen moves the protection and throws a dart to Cooper in motion. Now watch, he's going to blitz from the left side. And here comes Reed right up the middle. And they end up getting a free rusher. Connor outside of him, but good play design.
Second catch for Cooper, who had only 2 catches for 8 total yards the first 2 playoff games in his 10th year, his first ever championship game.
He's got to come up big today for them to win.
And 1st and 10. Ball is knocked out of his hands. He's able to scoop it up. Dana was the one who wrapped him up and took the ball out of his hands for a moment. Allen with the recovery, but a loss of 10 yards.
Dana on the edge right here. He's going to rip and get under right there. Great technique, and then gets his hand on the ball. That's the second time he has disrupted this offensive flow in a big way.
Boy, the football has been on the loose a lot here early in the game.
Well, you know, every team who's won the turnover battle in this playoffs, Jim,
Has won.
has won.
And of course, the Bills never lost a turnover battle the entire season, regular and post. 2nd and 20. They get some of it back and get into field goal range with the pass down to the 30 to Hollins.
What a strike right there. And they actually attack Johnson, 13, who they really targeted in their Week 11 matchup. Whenever he's out there on the outside, they're going after him.
And they're going quick. 3rd and 13. Down the middle, open. Shakir at the 10, down to the 6. Allen fires a bullet right in the middle of that secondary.
Wow. This was a bullet in between linebackers, and only Allen and Mahomes and a few others.
1st and goal. They hurry to the line. Cook outside and finds the opening. There wasn't much there, but enough for Cook to score the touchdown. They hurried to the line. This amplifies your point earlier. Cook doesn't need much.
You're exactly right, Jim. I want you to watch why. Everybody right here on the Chiefs' left side. Look at, they've got leverage outside, outside, outside. You shouldn't go outside unless you're Cook, who is cooking. See, there's my dad joke for the day. I'm done. He's special, Jim.
Minahu looked like he had him as Cook was going laterally for a moment there. And again, just the tiniest little openings and seams, and he exposes them for yet another touchdown on the season. Bolton, by the way, of the Chiefs, slow to get to the sideline, shaken up on that run. For Cook overall on the year, that's now his 20th touchdown, regular and post. Extra point, Bass, good. What a swing here. Again, the winner to take on the Philadelphia Eagles in Super Bowl 59 as the Eagles put up a 50, actually a 55 on the Commanders in a 55-23 win to get the George Halas Trophy, the NFC champions. And Gene Steer.
It's big and obvious, but fix it, you know.
I like it.
I like having Gene here.
Gene's been a part of a few big games, huh, Gene?
He has. Here's Mahomes on 1st down. Finding Kelsey for the first time, and Hamlin holds on after a pickup of 8.
Speaking of playing in a few big games, that little combo right there, Mahomes to Kelsey, they've been playoff killers for so many teams, and I think that was big just to get him going a little bit. You saw last week, everyone thinks he's just getting older. No, he's young. Playoff Kelsey, he never grows from 27 years old.
Yeah, he was just tremendous against the Texans with those 7 catches and a touchdown. 2nd and 2. And Hunt is met at the line and maybe got a foot or so out of that. Let's go down to Evan.
Jim, the unfortunate news, we did expect Christian Benford's been ruled out with a concussion, suffered helmet-to-helmet contact in the previous possession, was in the concussion protocol this week after the Ravens game, did need help heading into the Bills locker room, guys.
Thank you, Evan. Washburn feel very badly for Christian. Tried so hard to be able to get back and up in this game, and it was a sad sight to see him really knocked out on that play. 3rd down, 1, and the Bills able to plug it. Hunt is denied. Bishop, Milano.
This is Milano effect we talk about. It's the entire defense, the guys inside absolutely dominate the line of scrimmage, and then Milano uses those rare instincts. They did not have him in the divisional round last year, or Bernard. They have him today.
Well,
now we're going for it.
4th and a long one. Now remember, they've just run it twice and not even picked up a full yard on those 2 rushes. This is outside of a yard.
I don't think they're going for this. Mahomes was like, are we calling a play, or no, we're going to take a time.
A timeout called by the Chiefs. Back in. So Patrick headed to the sideline to talk it over, and they stay out there with the offense, Tony.
Yeah, you got to be prepared. They have a huge leg with their punter. So to me, you can take a delay of game. You took the timeout here, but try and draw them off sides. I mean, they might snap this ball. You got to be prepared for it. And usually there's a quick roll to the sideline. Otherwise, they're trying to draw them off sides.
Yeah, they're going for it. Here's Mahomes rolling out. It's wide open over there, and he slides for the first down. They had both Pacheco and Hunt in the backfield.
Do you remember when I said the quick roll to the sideline? There's the quick roll to the sideline. It's an Andy Reid staple on 4th and 1s. You can remember when a backup quarterback came in and did it late in the game.
It happened in a divisional playoff game.
Exactly right. You remember.
A long time ago against the Cleveland Browns.
Yep. Just
hit Tyreek Hill and roll out like that.
Just a different formation, same play.
That was with Chad Henning at quarterback. Here's a 1st and 10.
Now you're just flexing. You're showing off.
Well, I had to pay that off.
You remembered it all.
Hunt held to a yard by Terrell Bernard.
That was a huge decision right there. I mean, to me, you look back on these games, however they play out, but if you don't get that first down right there, oof. And it's not like you're like running a tush push or something that you're guaranteed. When Mahomes got hurt years ago on a quarterback sneak, they stopped doing it with him completely.
Yeah, that was a game out in Denver where he got injured early in his career. They've given up on that. 2nd and 9. Wide open, Worthy backpedals for a moment to try to juke Elam, but he's got the first down man. Did he have some space? Kyer was playing well off of him.
Well, this is why he's playing way off of him, because Benford should be in right now, and you could see giving a lot of room right there. And Elam is the guy that I would attack in single high coverage when they're one-on-one outside over and over again. Kansas City's starting to recognize that, hey, I like this matchup now. Expect them to continue with that. Now you know they shouldn't come back in man. Should be something different.
First down throw. Open again. And that's Hopkins with his first catch. Elam again was the defender. Is this what you were talking about, Tony?
Well, as soon as you see single high, which means only one safety deep, they're one-on-one. You get no safety help. Look at the cushion. And he still doesn't even drive down. He's going to be so protective not to give up a big play that you can just run out and run hitches, which those throws are. Just run up 6 yards and turn around. That's concerning. So I told you the Benford injury is huge.
On first down, Pacheco. He's got 3 Bills on him, including Taron Johnson.
You know, you work all week to come up with a game plan, and you're like, all right, Kansas City's not the explosive team we saw years ago, so we can go ahead and cover these guys. We feel comfortable playing man-to-man. We got Taron Johnson, one of the best slot corners in the league. We got Douglas, Benford. We feel comfortable. And now all of a sudden, Benford's out. That's as big a drop at a position, I feel like, as any. Elam's going to have to show up and do other things right here.
2nd and 9. He's lined up against Hollywood Brown. And here's the handoff to Pacheco, who was not up for the game against Buffalo. He was out after that early season injury. And he's come back. He's only averaged about 3.5 yards a carry since his return.
And that should open up a little bit today, because football's a game really of numbers. It's about your will, desire, your heart, but then it's about numbers, leverage, angles. And to me, when you have to allocate 2 safeties deep, Jim, you don't get help in the run game, because you got to help that corner. That allows the running game to be opened up.
Big 3rd and 4 here from the 28. Piron in the backfield. Timeout called. Down to 1 second on the play clock. We're back. Kansas City has used 2 timeouts on this drive. They've advanced to the Buffalo 27 and face a 3rd and 4.
They tried to draw him off sides already there. Good job by Buffalo staying disciplined.
Mahomes quickly gets it away. Worthy able to step back and then accelerate again on Rasul Douglas.
What a route right there.
Got a flag, Tony.
Yeah, that's going to be probably holding or pass interference on the defense. I think they were holding Kelsey a little too long on that one by Milano. Actually, not Milano, I think it was Hamlin 3.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Defense, number 5. Plays half the distance from the goal up to the goal line from the end of the run. First down,
Yes.
Kansas City.
Been a tough series for Elam.
Gus, we just talked about he's been a little bit. Oh. Gene, you like that call?
Now, you know, Tony, there, you got a hand on the face mask, but you really don't have a grab and a turn on it. I'd like to see them stay off of that one.
I like it, I agree. But right now, he feels that, right, Jim? Like he's sitting there feeling the weight of the whole town of Buffalo's on him, and he doesn't have any safety help right now. He's way over there.
From the 11, first down. Pass, Worthy, touchdown! Touchdown, Kansas City!
Outstanding job, Andy Reid. Josh Allen knows they're in trouble, but Worthy on Hamlin. I mean, you've got one of the fastest players in the National Football League against a safety, and we know Rapp is out. That was going to hurt him. But for you to guard man-to-man and go through a little bunch set, stack release, and let him run away from you, this does not bode well for the future for Buffalo, in my opinion.
Mahomes was 5 for 5 on that drive.
Simple, too.
Butker makes it 14-10. On their way to Kansas City on their respective draft days after draft day trades to move up with the Buffalo Bills. Mahomes, back when he came out in 2017 this past year, Worthy taken 28th overall, which had belonged to the Bills, who moved back after making that trade. Well, he's
see what you did there. You had me for a second. Nothing gets by me, though. Most things do, but not that one. Extra lineman in, Jim. This is what they run. They have to run right at you and then play action.
He's got the time in the pocket. He's about to break down, then fires it. Broken up by Bolton. Kincaid was the intended receiver.
Well, Karlaftis comes in and right there makes the ball to come out just a little sooner than he wanted, but
Flags
what a
out.
play by Bolton.
Flags out. The officials, there were 3 of the officials that were
Illegal
huddling.
formation, offense. Number 70 was on the line of scrimmage and did not report as eligible. 5-yard penalty.
Let me bring Gene in here again. Gene, again, this one was one that I wasn't seen on the field.
Second down.
No, but when Alec Anderson comes in, he needs to report as eligible. Now he comes in without reporting. You've got an illegal formation based on his position then.
Penalty is declined, by the way, because of the incompletion. Chiefs will take the down.
You can't make those mistakes. I told you pre-snap, post-snap penalties, they will cost you in games like this against 2 good teams. That's the one thing you get to control, Jim, right? Just do things normal, fundamentals.
On 2nd and 10. Pass a little low, and it comes out of the hands of Samuel. He was already trying to figure out how to adjust and then climb to his feet in time. And during all of that, it comes out incomplete.
This is a bad one because go ahead and watch as he comes over. Right there, there's nobody left. He's able to take off. It was a busted coverage. He'd have got 30 yards easily. They're going to want that one back.
He got a 3rd and 10. Allen steps up, fires it downfield, too steep for Coleman. McDuffie was right there with him, and it's a quick 3 and out. And don't forget, Kansas City could be looking at a possible double up after turning down and deferring at the top the football, so they'll get it to start the 3rd. They could do a lot of damage here.
Well, you see the second team, you're exactly right. The second team All-Pro this year, McDuffie, he's played outstanding. They will move him around. Situationally, he guards the other team's best players sometimes, play him inside, wherever. But they doubled Shakir and thought McDuffie could handle his own, and he did.
Martin punted one time for 56. This one travels 45. Remigio able to shake off the first tackle. Boy, he's some returner, this kid. There he goes down the sideline. Remigio still on his feet and finally clobbered from behind by Williams. But that's a 44-yard run back after a 45-yard punt.
Outstanding. Dave Tobe, great special teams coach for Kansas City, has this play set up, and Remigio does the rest. And each time he thought he was about to get caught, he used leverage against him, reset, and then bounced outside. And what a huge play at this point in the game.
Just promoted off the practice squad on December the 7th. He was an undrafted rookie out of Fresno State a year ago. Spent the year on the practice squad, and then most of this year, he just kept making an impression in practice. Andy Reid says this kid just does it all, and practice is hard. First and 10. Hunt makes the cut. Down at the 29-yard line by Douglas.
And that's what a young player should do. Practice matters, right? That's where you get to earn your stripes, and then you earn the right to get reps in a game. And then when you have the opportunity, you take advantage of it. And boy, has he. And
Hunt slow to get up.
I'm telling you, this is two organizations. It starts right there. Andy Reid coming in from a team who was, what, 2-14. And he just turned the entire culture, the future of Kansas City around. And he saw the vision to go draft that kid and move up in the draft when other teams didn't. And that right there is why they have a shot at a three-peat somehow. That's crazy, Jim.
Just got his 300th win in the game against Houston, and Kelsey unable to hold on.
Well, that's such a quick screen pass. Normally the quarterback can't get the laces, so the ball doesn't always come out like a perfect spiral. So if it's just a little off, your vision wants to get upfield. It's actually a pretty good throw. Travis looks up like Josh Allen did on that shotgun snap earlier. Another little miscue.
Got a 3rd and 5 from inside the 30 and an empty backfield.
Wow. Hamlin on Kelsey. Someone's got to pop out and help.
Mahomes is looking that way, breaking down, able to get rid of it. And somehow, at the end, I think the Bills, no, they're going to say Worthy has possession. We got a flag down, but this is a catch by Worthy.
Oh my gosh, there's so much on this play right here.
If it holds up, it's 26 yards as he outbattles a fellow rookie in Cole Bishop, who I thought for a minute might have taken it away.
Defense, number 3. There was decline. First down, Kansas City.
Well, here's the penalty. Hamlin doesn't let go. Got to let go right here. And you'll see at that point they're going to call it. And you see the guy running wide open, Smith-Schuster right there. Elam was guarding him, and he got beat bad. And what
Look at that.
a job by Worthy.
It looked like at first.
I thought it was intercepted.
Yeah, I did too. Bishop had it for a moment and just kind of slides out of his arms. And now they're set up at the 3-yard line as Hunt has come back in, shaken up 2 plays ago. It's Worthy. Smothered after a loss of 1. Russo there waiting for him. Gene, that was some catch. And
really, really close. Remember now, we've got to finish the process. So we're airborne. It looks like we have a little possession there, but before they both come down, either simultaneous or ripped away, and we know if it's simultaneous when they land, the tie goes to the offense on this play, guys.
And what's McDermott asking about right here?
I'm sure he's asking that, or if he's challenged this prior to the snap would be my question right now, and they're having that discussion and maybe looking at.
Yeah, he was, yep, he threw the challenge flag. But I don't.
Buffalo is challenging the prior play with respect to the possession of the ball by the defense prior to being down. We'll replay that now.
And Gene, you've taken a look at it already. I mean, it's.
The ruling on the field stands as called. It is a Kansas City catch. And first down and goal.
Oh, Tony, I know you're not going to agree with this one.
Well, I want to see. There's the hand. The white glove has to have possession of that. So right there, he doesn't get the left, and that ball hits. And I could see it, because you can't completely say no, but that ball hits pretty, I don't know if you have possession for it. Gene?
The other thing you're saying is Worthy's pinning it there. Now when it comes down and it makes contact with the ground, does the ball move enough to say that caused loss of control? They ruled catch on the field too, guys.
Yep, and I think that's why they stuck with it. Too hard to overturn.
First and goal. That last run play, of course, never happened. Here's the throw, and it's wide of the mark for Hopkins. But that's, remember, had that been ruled incomplete, there had been a holding call, but still, you'd be way back closer to the 20-yard line.
I think that's why you did it, because it's a lot easier to score inside the 5 than the 20. But to me, it was worth the challenge. It's, it's bang bang, and it was worth the challenge. I would have done it as well.
In your mind, incomplete?
I think it would have been very hard to overturn, but I do think that the percentage would have there was no call.
Second and goal. They snap it to Pacheco. Pacheco into Elam. They're able to keep him out, setting up third and a long, 1 yard away, 1.5, we'll call it. There's a little trickery right there as we move near the 2-minute warning. They would have to snap it. It's just play clock running fractionally ahead of it.
Yeah, they're going to have to snap it, although they allow this one, Gene, don't they?
Yes, even if it's just a little off, it has to be a full second. But if it's blended, then they're going to move it in and allow that to count.
This is blended right here.
Yes.
Well, this is huge. I mean, these games come down to this. Whether you get 7 or 3, keeps it a 1-score game, or 2, big difference.
Court. Third and goal. Hunt, the running back. Rolling. Mahomes. He can keep it. He can get there. He's in for the touchdown. Same play they used on a 4th down play earlier in this game.
Remember what I said? Tendencies, human beings. Andy Reid's going to get the quick rollout to the right.
The flags after this fracas that broke out after the touchdown.
Well, that's frustration. And right now, Kansas City's winning the emotional aspect of this game. Buffalo letting it get to them with the pre and post snap penalties, and that has hurt.
Three penalties in the first half on the Bills. 1 penalty called on Kansas City.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 97. Kansas City elects to enforce that penalty half the distance from the 15 to the 7.5 and kick.
So called on Jordan Phillips. That's the 4th on the Bills. This is where it started with the hit after he was across. Hamlin taking him to the ground. And Kelsey came over and said, "What's up with that?" 2 touchdowns by the Chiefs.
Chelsea knows how to get under your skis. He's like, yep, that happened.
And then
Phillips comes in.
And a little
tries for the flop. He's done some of that wrestling stuff.
No, we know he's got an acting career one day if he wants it. 2 minutes and 48 seconds. 2 touchdowns. And extra point drilled. Kansas City responds with 14 unanswered of its own. You talk about a big drive. 1:55 to go in the half. Yep. This one coming up for the Bills. And they run out by Davis. And Chanel has him around the hips at the 26-yard line. You can watch this year's top NFL stars.
Well, your skills need to show right now, Josh Allen. You have a tall task. Kansas City gets it, like you said, coming in the 3rd quarter. Your defense is decimated in some ways in the secondary. They're going to keep scoring a little bit. You've got to have something here.
Takes the quick toss, then flips it to Shakir, and Bolton backs him up after a pickup of about 3. What is Spags doing right now to make this so difficult for the Bills?
Well, no one's better at showing pressure over here and coming from over there. So they make you pick a blitzing guy and then go the other way.
2nd and 6. And it's almost intercepted, then caught by Coleman as Watson was in on the coverage and for a minute made a play on the football. We'll check the marker.
Yeah, I thought Watson actually held Coleman before that. We'll see if they catch him for holding or PI on this one.
Pass interference, defense number 35. Is placing a spotted foul. First down, Buffalo.
Of course, Watson spent much of the season on IR. He's just been back, and he's a valuable part of this defense when he's healthy.
That's where I thought the hold was, right there. And great catch, good throw, but you said it. When Watson's back, it's kind of similar. They're getting stronger in the secondary, and Buffalo has taken a huge hit with Benford out.
First and 10 with 1:23 to go.
So what they do is they show you here and then blitz from here, or show you here and then blitz from over here.
Wide open in the flat. Cooper darts ahead for the first down. Sticks. His third catch. They're going to mark him about a yard shy.
You talked about Spags. Well, watch. When he wants to pressure, he aligns somebody on the line, someone over here, and then he usually comes from other places.
Second and 1. It's Johnson trying to unbuckle that tackle of Hicks. He's got a first down. This is what they needed to do, is to keep the football out of the hands of the Chiefs one more time in the half and try to put up something, as Johnson has about 4 as we approach 50 seconds to go in the half. Bills have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and right now, everything's good. I wouldn't have handed that one off right there. Now, we're going to throw the football. Calculated risks.
Allen from the pocket. Brings it near side. Caught by Coleman.
Oh, get out of bounds.
And he's fighting for it. What do they say? They say he made it to the sideline, and they're in field goal range.
Yeah, that was a risky decision to go back inside there. That extra yard or 2 is not worth it. Systematic right now by Buffalo. And Coleman or Amari Cooper has to come up big outside in the one-on-one matchups and win, because Kansas City's going to put pressure on you and leave them on islands from time to time.
Minahu comes in. This is a defense that had 8 sacks against Houston last week. Timeout called by Kansas City.
Your guys are tired. They just ran a bunch of plays. I actually like that right here.
Second time in 3 years in the big game. And of course, the Andy Reid Bowl is what they called it the first time. The winningest coach in franchise history for both Philadelphia and Kansas City.
So he's a good coach. Okay.
He's done okay.
He's okay. We like him.
Might find his way to Canton. First and 10. Allen throws it down and out of bounds as he was being chased by Karlaftis, who had 3 of those 8 sacks I mentioned they put up against the Texans a week ago.
Well, this is just outstanding on each level. You're going to get pressure from Chris Jones on the left side of the screen. And you see Chenault just wait, and Karlaftis the same way. They know Chris Jones, they talk before the snap. I'm going to bull rush, and I'm that good to get there. He's going to force him outside, you 2 run.
On 2nd and 10. Down the field for the big ball to the end zone. And it is caught. Hollins able to hold on. 34 yards and a strike from Josh Allen.
We talked last night, Jim. This will be pass interference on the defense, but someone we don't talk about in this game. Every time we do it, we'll have to have a huge impact.
Defense number 22. Penalties declined. All the plays a touchdown.
And one of the hardest workers and does all the dirty work and has come up big this year for this team. Mac Hollins with the biggest catch against the best corner around in the biggest game of his life.
Hollins, when he was a rookie, he was drafted by Philadelphia and he won a ring his rookie year in 2017. He's a member of that Super Bowl 52 championship team. And he has more touchdown receptions than anyone on the Bills this year. He has been a big X factor for them.
Exactly right.
Here's the extra point by Bass. He gets it with 23 seconds.
What an answer.
And there is a flag. Might be offsides on Reed. Now, would you want to go for 2 right now. Take the point off the board.
I would.
Take the ball down to the 1-yard line, Gene.
Offside, defense number 20. Buffalo is elected to force that foul from the 2-yard line to the 1-yard line. We go for 2 points.
I don't like to coach too often, Jim, but in this situation, I'd take it off and go for it from the 1. There's a lot more you can do at the 1.
And what happens right now, you'll see the offside at the top of your screen, but this is why you go for it. You have the best tush push. We all know about Philadelphia, but you have Josh Allen, so hard to stop from 1 yard.
Can make it a field goal game if they can get it across. And they're coming in tight with Gilliam, who will push.
Look at how many guys are going to be right there.
Allen tries to go off that left side, flips it at the last moment, and Samuel ends up with the football in his hands. I will tell you this, in the meetings, this is the kind of stuff you hear. The Chiefs were very aware that when Josh Allen...
Dana right there, and they shot off and extended the play out wide so Reed couldn't make it. Impressive by Spags.
Yeah, they put the meat of their defense. Look at it. Remigio, 9 yards deep, says, why not? It's only seconds to go in the half. And he sputters out to about the 23-yard line. Yeah, they put the big guys right there waiting on that left side for the sneak.
That's where he goes. So they're going to extend it out so that way Reed ends up making the play right there. It's almost like you could prepare for them and you had a chance to stop it with great coaching and great effort by the team. They were prepared for that, Jim. You said it. Left side, and they did it.
So kneel down coming. Exciting first half. Brings us to a 21-16 score at the intermission.
A lot of stuff went on that first half, Jim. I mean, ball was out of both quarterbacks' hands. Balls were thrown up a lot. Hail Mary.
Guess what?
21-16, we got a game.
Some more crazy stuff on the way. First,
how do you have to adjust?
Yeah, Tracy, they're good offense, and so we got to keep challenging the best we can. Can't give up the easy ones, yes.
Speaking of a good offense, you guys went for it on 4th and 1 from your 39. What was the thought process there?
A lot of confidence there, yeah. I just trusted our guys, yeah.
Appreciate it, thanks.
All right, Tracy, thanks.
37 points total in that first half with 29 first downs.
Football right now. Josh Allen has been under duress way too much. Chris Jones, the most pressures by any D lineman since 2018 in a playoff game, changed the narrative.
Of course, the Chiefs deferred at the top, so here they go with Remigio. Hit at the 25-yard line by Cam Lewis. Evan Washburn picked up a little interview with Sean McDermott a moment ago.
Coach, 14 second quarter points for Kansas City. What do you need to do defensively to get them off here?
Yeah, we got to win first down. We got to create more havoc up front with our front four.
How does the loss of Christian Benford impact coverages?
Well, we put Kyer in there, and they went after him a little bit, but he's going to step up for us here.
Coach, thanks.
Thanks.
Voicing some confidence in his third-year corner, who's pressed into action. And again, that same play that went for a touchdown and a 4th down conversion picks up another 11 or 12 on the first snap of the third quarter.
This is a real problem right now. Mahomes already with 4 scrambles in the first half. Right here, you see it's a simple little bootleg to the right, and they have not had a great plan to stop his legs. He's 4 for 4 for a first down in all of them today, which was a season high. Now it's 5 for 5, and he's already broken his playoff record, and we just started the third quarter.
Hands it off to Hunt. Ed Oliver waiting for him. He's able to break out of it, and Tooney takes him another couple of yards. That was going to be about a 4-yard loss. You don't get away from Ed Oliver very often.
I mean, that was 7 more yards. Look at where he gets hit right here. You said it. Ed Oliver gets him 31, 32-yard line. By the end of this thing, it's going to finish at the 38, 39. I mean, Ed knows. I told you he's got to have the game of his life. He's been playing outstanding football, but this front four has to control the line of scrimmage for them to come back.
Hunt, with 44 yards, has outrushed the entire Bills team, which has 43 on the ground. Little thread pass, incomplete. Looking for Hollywood, and the flag does come in from the secondary as they were looking around, and someone way back at the Bills' 35-yard line throws the flag 20 yards in the air. It's going to be on Elam, I believe.
Pass interference, defense number 5. Ball's placed in the spot of foul. First down, Kansas City.
Well, we just heard from Sean McDermott, and we talked about Elam right here. That's where it is. You got to let go right there, just a little late. They are going to pick on him. I told you, Benford going out was the biggest. Oof. Didn't look like a lot right there at the end, but I think they caught him earlier. Similar decision by Kansas City to come out and run RPOs. Movement to the quarterback.
Toss, trickery, back it comes. Worthy to Mahomes. They'll go underneath with it. And stumbling after the catch is Pacheco. All of that razzle and dazzle for about 2. As Bernard jaws a little bit with some of the linemen and Kelsey as well.
Well, you're going to see a toss play that turns into a reverse that goes back to Mahomes. And then Mahomes is really in a good phase right now of sensing when they're in man-to-man, throw the ball outside, attack Elam, number 5. When they're not, check it down quickly.
2nd and 8. To give to Hunt. Takes it not quite to the 50. He's got 5 more. Milano brings it to an end. Milano, who was questionable for a good part of the week with a hamstring injury, but he wasn't going to miss this one.
Well, he's a difference maker. He didn't play in the divisional round game last year, and boy, did he show up last week. And early in the game, he's made a few big plays, but these are the ones right now. Spy the quarterback. Bernard right here will go wherever Mahomes go. You got to make him hold the ball. He has not held it at all tonight.
And Von Miller comes in trying to make a play as Mahomes dumps it right over Bernard to Hollywood Brown, and he's just roaming free for a first down and a big pickup again for Kansas City of 16. And that was Elam's guy, wasn't it, Tone?
It's exactly right. Look at where he is. Elam's all the way back there. This is a tall task for Buffalo. They've played the most. Might have got away with a little face mask there. That should have been called. But they played the most man against Mahomes in their entire matchup. 8 games tonight, and it's not working.
Hand off to Hunt. Bounces once. Still unable to make it all the way back.
He has to figure out a way to play confidently without getting his safety to help on every play.
He was a first-round pick in 2022. Talking about Elam. Here's a 2nd and 11. Mahomes spinning around. Gets rid of it. Up in the air. Incomplete. He's trying to connect with Juju.
Well, this was the way that you have a chance to beat Mahomes. Keep him in the pocket, keep him caged in. And then from there, when he holds the ball, you have a chance for the tip ball. And this is how Buffalo has won dirty games sometimes this year. That ball goes up and they get it. They're going to need some of those today.
So it's 3rd and 11. From here, you'd be talking about a 55-yard field goal attempt by Butker if it's an incompletion. Backpedaling to the 50, stepping up to the 45, being chased and tripped up and taken out of field goal range by Milano.
There's the spy. They pressure all to the left side. Everyone on the D-line run to the left. That way Mahomes feels like everything's open, and not everybody can get down these 2 quarterbacks. Matt Milano did a great job of that spy last week when he was in there against Lamar, and he does it again here in a huge play for Buffalo.
Huge, because you would have figured if it was an incompletion, they would have gone ahead and given Kelsey a crack from 55, but not from here. It'd be 60-61.
You called it.
Now they're going to punt for the first time. Butker would have had from 55, but that's taken away by the Milano sack. And now Ariza, for the first time, takes the low snap. Might have gotten too much of it. It does fly into the end zone. Josh Allen and the Bills with their first snap of the second half.
They're going to get back to running the ball now.
Hand it off to Cook. And Cook burst ahead for 5.
You're about to see the 6th lineman come in the game, Jim. Alec Anderson, and you're going to see them try and run the football.
Of course, Josh Allen only ran for 6 yards on 3 carries in that first half. He has more wins in the matchups against Mahomes than any other quarterback. 4. but he's never again beat him in the postseason 0-3.
Yeah, Mahomes is good, just for people who don't know.
Yeah.
To beat him, you've got to play outstanding football, but you have help now. Keep giving it to Cook.
And of course, it was Allen who beat him with his legs on a 4th and 2 back in November, as Cook has all kinds of room and able to shed the tackle by Najee Johnson, and there he goes. Yeah, you wanted to see more running of the football, and they come out with a good 5-yard run, and then this one goes for 33 with Cook.
Yeah, and you thought he could have went inside, but look at the stiff arm. Get out of here. And then he keeps going, and I'm telling you, he is a special player. He's got to get more touches than the 4 he had in the first half. That was half of what he had in the first half right here in the first 2 plays.
Yeah, the running backs only had 8 attempts in that first half. By the way, a nice block down the field by Hollins helped that get extra yardage.
Once you keep doing that, then you get guys to come down here, and then you take your shot.
Cook. On to 36, 3 straight totes.
This is the advantage coming in Buffalo had. I felt like, we know Kansas City. They are unbelievable. Situational awareness, championship DNA. They know how to win. Win ugly, win easy, whatever it is. But Buffalo had one advantage, and it was the run game. The run game, and James Cook, difference maker. Don't let this game go away without him having an effect on it.
Sits out this play. Ty Johnson comes in. Going to move Gilliam back as they line up in the I. 2nd and 4. Ty Johnson trying to follow some blocks. He's about 2.5 yards shy of a first, going behind Torrance. Third and short. And they're going to stay with Ty Johnson in the backfield, who Josh Allen has called the best 3rd down back in the league, and we've seen him make a number of big plays on 3rd down and even 4th down on a touchdown catch in the playoffs.
He absolutely has, and you've got Hollins, who's a big wide receiver who can block. He had the big catch earlier. I'd still keep it on the ground. Josh, keep it or send it.
He's going to keep it. Tries to go off the left side, cuts back. He's a yard short. Now you got a chance to look at a 52-yard field goal or go for it 4th and more than a yard.
No,
Loftus made the tackle.
Going for it, 100%.
It's interesting. You know, Cook has been out the last couple of plays, and he's the one that got him down here. I know they rotate these backs, and Johnson's had a great season. But you got 4th and 1.
Joe Brady's been incredible at play calling in these situations, and you always know Josh Allen's legs. I want him to have the ball in this situation one way or another.
Closer to 2 than 1 yard needed. Allen's going to keep it, and he fights for it, backs it in for the first.
Everybody in the building knew who was going to hold that ball. Like I said, the ball is in his hands on every play. One of the keys to the game, Josh Allen holds the ball on the last 2 plays. My notes right here. The last 2 plays in the second half of every single series, 1st and 10, he has the ball in his hands. They did it on 3rd down, did it again on 4th down. He will get you those 2 to 4 yards. Give him 2 cracks at it.
All 6 plays on this drive have been runs.
Get ready for another one.
Ty Johnson slicing through, and he's got 8 or 9.
Go to your strength. Use your advantage. Don't get cute. Little cute to start the game. Now they're getting back to who Buffalo is, giving him a chance. Look at that.
And they're getting back to the line in a hurry on 2nd and 2.
Keeping the same personnel. Can't substitute all the packages. Keep the D-line in the game. You might be getting tired.
He keeps it. Allen has it. Now he's into the secondary and still going. Shoving people on the defensive side around, and he's finally tackled just inside the 10. They got walloped 2 or 3 times and acted like he didn't even get hit.
Well, you see, it's a pretend fake, and
They can hurry it to the line here again.
Yep. You saw the fumble on that play because Mahomes and them don't do that a ton.
1st and goal.
When Mahomes fumbled earlier, these guys have a lot of reps in it.
Quick throw, Dawson Knox. Knox gets the edge, and he's pushed out at the 2-yard line by Hicks.
Well, we saw this exact situation against Baltimore. He can hand this ball off, or he can throw the screen, and it's just a numbers game. If you're not out there with enough people, Kansas City, the ball's going on a screen. Against Baltimore in this situation, they try to wide run the ball up the middle, use the tush push, or run it up the middle.
Touchdown for the lead. Cook comes back in. He's the touchdown maker 20 times regular and post, including one tonight. They give it to Cook. Cook drives, push back at the 1. It'll be 3rd and goal.
You could hear Kansas City yelling, that was a false start, and they might have had a claim here. Left guard very close. Edwards right there. They didn't call it, but whenever you get inside the 1, tush push 2 times.
It's Allen under center, goes out left side again. And again, he's denied.
Kansas City is jumping the count. The only way to stop this is to jump the count and jump before. You don't lose that many yards if you're offsides. You should try and beat the snap.
They bring in a heavy package, the Bills do, including Quentin Morris and Knox. 3 tight ends, Kincaid. Here you go, biggest play of the game so far. 4th and goal from the 1. He's going to go out of the gun. He's going to look at pitching, and he does to Cook. Oh, he reaches across. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Who should we get the ball to?
Got to be Jimbo Cook. Now there's going to be, I know a look at this was the knee as he was stretching out. Where was it? But
he's
on the field is touchdown.
What a second effort.
Look at this.
The hand hits it, but he's not down there. And
incredible effort. That's a touchdown.
That 1-2 punch right there is why they can win the Super Bowl. You give the ball to Allen, he could run it in, and if not, you give it to your next best player.
Going for 2, trying to make it a field goal game. Allen again, out of the gun, brings in Ty Johnson. Looks right, looks left, looks down the middle, pressured. Ball comes out, and it's fallen on by Torrance as Chris Jones was the one who busted it up, and they're 0 for 2 on 2-point attempts. The first one.
3 teams still left, or 3 of the best on 4th down all year. Washington was actually right there. They were number 1 on converting 4th downs. They're so huge, and these quarterbacks know how to finish it off, and now running backs.
And the first one, of course, was the one that was one of the best plays of the entire year when Allen scored on the 4th.
I'm going to be there. Have you ever been to Pebble? It's amazing.
It's nice. That's Hunt for no gain. You know, on that drive a moment ago by the Bills, they had 73 yards on the ground, Tony, after only 43 in the first half. You called it. They need to go back to the ground when they had that first drive here of the 3rd quarter.
It's your advantage.
That they did.
You're exactly right. It's your advantage coming into this game. I mean, you have the most continuity in the offensive line, injuries, etc. These guys have all played together, so they know the timing of the duo blocks, when to come off, get to the 2nd level, and the back can read it correctly. Use that.
2nd and 10. It's a blitz and incomplete. Going for Kelsey. Kelsey has 1 catch, and Ed Oliver came right in after Mahomes.
This is the calculated pressure that I think Bobby Babbage, defense coordinator, and Sean McDermott use against Mahomes. They don't come after him a lot, but when they do, it's a calculated risk. They sit there and lull you, and then boom, and they put him in an obvious 3rd and long, big play.
Bobby Babbage, their D coordinator, told us the key for his defense, the defensive line, has to win the battle. Whistles and stop with the flag.
So Oliver jumped first. So we'll find out if he crossed the line of scrimmage. If not, then Caliendo jumped.
Full start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Yeah, it's Caliendo. Of course, they made this move on the left side of the line, moving Caliendo up to the starter because Tooney went to the tackle as a starter.
And you're right. I mean, the biggest thing is Oliver jumps off the ball. Did he cross the line and they called on Caliendo and makes it a 3rd and long? Nobody has ever been better on a 3rd and super long, making you feel like he can get it done, especially in critical situations and critical games like Patrick Mahomes.
He's got a 3rd and 15. It's one of those occasions. Can he deliver again? Incomplete. Hollywood Brown was trying to make sure he got his feet in play and didn't hold on. Trying to go back shoulder on him. They're going to punt.
Wow. Mahomes did deliver again. That was an absolute perfect back shoulder. Brown actually lets his foot barely get out of bounds because he'd never had anybody ever make a throw like that in that situation. You could have kept your feet in and just stopped. And that was against 2-man where a guy's underneath coverage. Good try by Kansas City, but nope, punting.
So the Bills defense has now made 2 stops on the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter. Eliza didn't punt in the first half. 2nd punt of the 3rd. Shakir has it. Fields it at the 24. Trying to get around Hicks. And he's out of bounds at the 30. That was a 51-yard drive of the game the last time they had it, going the distance. Majority of it on the ground, and that's how they start here with Cook. Up ahead for about 4, and we got a marker out. Noddy says it's going to be against the Bills.
Illegal hands to the face. Defense number 90. It's a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Buffalo.
Called on Aminahu. Got a chokehold.
He's been
Anderson.
Yeah, and he's been a game changer in some ways. I mean, he's long, come on in the pass rushing situations. You know, he's been hurt over the last 2 seasons, in and out of the lineup. But his sack on Lamar, last year's AFC title game, got the ball out. Same thing last week. He's a game changer, but hurts him right there.
First down for Buffalo. It's Cook. Veers to the right and goes up ahead for another 8 or 9. McGovern, the center.
Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator, has had a great year of giving the little option when he pitches it to Cook. 2-way decision.
2nd and 1. Davis tiptoeing through traffic, and the ball was loose. I think he fell on it, the rookie, with a shaky moment, but able to recover, and now you got 3rd and a foot.
I'd bring Cook in, but they're going to want to stay on the field, keep the defense in so they can't load up with all the big guys in the game. And let's see if they can stop him again.
See if he goes to the left side again. He's 0 for 2 that way. He goes left, and he's 0 for 3. He stopped him short.
It's very close here. You said they did stop. You see the drive in there.
Tranquil comes in over the top.
That's exactly. You get low. You see how Chris Jones is jumping the gun right there, Jim? Your job, you cannot stop it, so you should take the chance to almost be off sides and go right before the ball's about to be snapped on the cadence.
You just talked about Josh Allen on that last package with all of his 4th down attempts that have worked out, and they've got 4th and not even a half yard to go.
They're going to go to the 4th quarter and talk about this. To me, I would go on 2 and get an offsides. They're trying to jump instead of White 80, set hut, and they jump. White 80, White set hut. Now they jump, and then.
Or will the Chiefs be able to get one step closer to that historical 3-peat? We're going to open the 4th with a 4th and 1, just about the length of a football. And Cook is not out there for the snap. It's Gilliam, the fullback, who's right behind the quarterback, Allen, to start the 4th.
Oh, they tried to draw him off sides. They did it. That was smart. They're 0 for 3 so far on this tush push. Are they actually going to run a play?
Over the top. This time he said, forget about that left side. Oh, he might have lost the football at the end of that as he dove over the top.
I mean, this is absolutely huge, and Josh kept it. Kansas City, what a plan they've had today, Jim. You called it. They always run left. They've aligned their best players right there, shot off the ball. And this time, Buffalo goes to the timeout and decides to switch it up a little bit. That's the cat and mouse, the chess game.
Look at Allen just tuck it in mid-flight here as there's a reach in on him by Tranquil, and he was able to somehow land on it and keep it.
That ball is out too.
Chris Jones, by the way, with his helmet off, coming off the field.
The one area that's different than the goal line, when you jump over, you can't just bring it back technically. Once you cross the goal line, it's a touchdown, but right there, you got to control it all the way through.
Good point, good point. But it's a first down right at the 50. And Cook returns. He gets the carry. Runs into Pinnell after 2 or 3. Let's go to Trace.
Jim, Kansas City's defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo called everyone over before this drive. He told the defense, we must stop the run. He said, right now, this is their formula. That's what they're saying on the sideline. He said, it's what's worked for the Bills the last 2 playoff games. He said, we need to be up to the task, and we can't allow that to happen.
Well, they've given up 90 on the ground in this half. Just 1 quarter and 1 minute into the half. 90 on the ground. 2nd and 8.
Might want to get in there. Don't let Josh use his legs.
Quickly to Shakir. Chiefs try to converge, and it's Dana who rides him down. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
Just great offensive philosophy here. If I was talking about Tranquil needed to get in there to help out for box numbers. Well, if he gets in there, they throw the screen outside, making the game simple right now, Buffalo.
Ty Johnson, the running back. Fake the handoff and get it over to Kincaid, and they're going to spot him like inches within inches of the sticks.
It's amazing how tight the play calling is on both sides. They do not want to do anything, and this is going to be a 4th down. Are they going to try the tush push again?
You know they will. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down in this half. Allen push from behind. I think he got it. The crowd here, the far side judge says first down the way he's stepping, and the near side
they're moving it back. They're both moving it back. They had it easily over. They brought it back quite a bit.
So tucking it and now going, reaching for it. It's as close. He was looking from the other side where the football is. Right there. Does he get enough to get to that line? Just had to get to that line.
Previous play is under review.
40. Then the near side linesman came in and said he was short of it. They had 2 different marks. Let's see what they come with.
After review, the ruling in the field stands as called. It'll be first down Kansas City.
Wow. I mean, you got to give, that's so close. It's whatever the call was, I don't think you could overturn it. Kansas City came in with a plan. Nobody could stop this. Here's the line. Does the ball cross that definitively? Wow.
How did you see it, Gene?
I felt like he gained it by about 1/3 of the football, Jim. That was just my take on the play. Tough play.
I agree. But the Chiefs take over on downs. Looking to strike right after taking it over on downs. He fakes the toss even as he moves past the line of scrimmage and gets hit by Rasul Douglas. Yeah, watch the 2 judges. This is what we were discussing.
This is your point right here. Watch him up here.
Where he's going to mark it.
Yes, he's in front of the line. He's got to move around someone. He's below the line on the bottom. Well, those are 2 very different spots. And then the line judge at the top ends up coming back inside the line. And that is as important a call as any of these teams have had all season.
2nd and 3. Down the middle. He's got an open man breaking a tackle. It's Smith-Schuster with his 2nd big catch and run of the night. Breaking away from Douglas. 29 yards to Juju Smith-Schuster.
One thing you don't do, key moments, is blitz Mahomes. He's able to look off, knowing exactly where he wanted to go. Nobody better ever. Look at that, eyes there, and he's just waiting to beat the rush. Throws a dart right in the middle to Smith-Schuster, moving the chains, and now here comes Kansas City and the two-time champs.
Already well inside field goal range from the 23. Hunt takes the handoff, looks left, cuts back, got it down to about the 16.
You know the pressure going into this game for Mahomes, going for a three-peat. He's trying to do something no one's ever done before. Win 3 Super Bowls in a row. That's such rare territory to be there. You're down 1 in a fourth quarter, and I don't think you'd want anybody else having the ball. I mean, he's right there with anybody. Everyone knows Brady's still the GOAT right now. He's trying to make a run at that. This is the game. Just keep it going.
2nd and 3, and they've got the first down to the 10-yard line. You're talking about Mahomes. You're making a little comparison there with TB12. This would be, if the Chiefs win it, Patrick's 17th playoff victory. He is tied second right now with Joe Montana all time.
Wow.
And then he would have second all alone with only Brady ahead of him.
That's, like I said, Mount Rushmore ready, rare air. A lot of game to finish that off, but this is the game everyone wanted, the heavyweight battle. You got the quarterbacks at the top of the mountain.
1st and goal. Mahomes still has it. To the 5, and in for the touchdown. And his worst pass of the night is on the spike attempt.
That's because he's been on fire. Patrick Mahomes has learned how to systematically win big plays, short plays, just knows how to do it. And right here, fakes it. What a gutsy call by Andy Reid. He doesn't normally put his quarterback in harm's way. And you called the play of the year for Josh Allen in week 11. We don't see Mahomes and Andy Reid run that play very often, but with season on the line, they pull it out.
And they're going to go for 2. It took 5 plays for them to reclaim the lead after the 4th down denial by the Chief defense. Now to make it 7, they convert.
You got to watch the quick pass to the sideline and then a little shovel right inside. Here or right over here.
Mahomes looking right side. Pressure up top. Back of the end zone. Watson with the catch. And Kansas City goes up 7. Included nearly $2 million in funding and made great impact in the Kansas City community. Ten minutes to go before someone will be presented the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
Job by Patrick Mahomes. He is the epitome at the top. He's the standard.
Now what will the Bills do? They've been effective running the football in the second half, particularly that first drive of the 3rd quarter. Going to fake and go up top to Cook. Tranquil there to shove him out, but it's a 10-yard gain.
I mean, really, you could argue.
They're going to mark him short of the first, by the way.
Well, that's a huge now. It seems like over and over again we keep seeing Kansas City's ability, Steve Spagnuolo, to neutralize the quarterback's running game in the tush-push and outside, and then Andy Reid's ability and Patrick Mahomes to utilize his legs. That's really been the little separator so far.
2nd and 1. With a bootleg, Cook got wide open space. Connor is looking at closing in on him, but he's out of bounds after another big chunk play by the Bills.
And they used the play that Andy Reid did against them. You go here, everyone else goes left. And the guy who has to account for the back is playing in the middle of the field, so you'd have to run through about 8 guys there. Well-designed play by Joe Brady. See, Tranquil had him. He had no chance. He's getting picked by 3 different people.
Got it all the way down to the 38. That was a 24-yard catch and run. Now, straight handoff. Cook dives down after 2. I keep thinking about That divisional playoff game a few years back where there were 31 points scored in the last 2 minutes and in overtime.
Feeling that way?
It's feeling very familiar to me right now. That 42-36 Kansas City win in this building.
And you called it. This is where both these quarterbacks put the cape on. Patrick Mahomes just did it on the last drive. Superman just showed up. We'll see if the Bills Superman can do the same.
He's got a 2nd and 8. Unloads it quickly. Ty Johnson knocks out there trying to throw a block. That's actually Kincaid. And he's pushed out by Watson. Now you got a 3rd and medium.
I'm telling you right now, Spagnuolo is emptying the bucket. He is risking it on 1st and 2nd down, playing cover 0. Free safety's not even playing in the middle of the field. They're coming right out of there, getting the quarterback or the back. Good play calling, but Spagnuolo has been here a million times.
On 3rd and 8, from the pocket, down deep, it's Hollins again, making the catch inside the 5-yard line. 32 yards to Hollins.
Hollins is right inside, so you're going to motion, and he's going to take the middle of the field. The safeties get wide, and Josh Allen sees it and throws a strike.
And here's Allen keeping it, and Wharton wraps him up after a yard. Boy, looking down the field at 2 long pass plays to Hollins, 1 for a touchdown. That one setting him up at the doorstep. Is that Gabe Davis or is that Hollins? Remember, Big Game Gabe had 4 touchdown catches wearing number 13 here a couple of years back in that epic playoff game.
He passed the jersey on. Used to be Big Game James Worthy, Big Game Gabe. Now it's Big Game Hollins.
2nd and goal from 4 yards out.
Stuffing Allen's legs again, Kansas City. They're going to have to go to somebody else, it looks like.
He's looking over at Cook, looking for answers, looking for a solution. Is anything there? Fires it incomplete. In the area of Morris, their 3rd string tight end. And now you got a 3rd and goal.
He extends the play, gets out, but this defense has played together. They know the leverage, the angles. I think they've played outstanding today, but nothing matters except for the last 6 minutes, 23 seconds.
Big call coming in from Joe Brady. Three to snap it. Timeout called by Kansas City. Might have bailed them out. It was starting to get close on that play count.
Well, I think one of the reasons is you probably didn't have the right personnel in the game. They had 3 linebackers in versus 11 personnel with 3 receivers. They were mismatched. The fact that the Bills have got up on the line of scrimmage quickly over and over again today has kind of messed with the substitutions a little bit for Kansas City. And that's why I think part of the plan was to keep them in certain packages.
With all the many games we've done for both of these teams this year, you always say in a spot like this, legs. The legs of Josh Allen. Is this one of those occasions?
No one's done it better that I've seen this entire season, maybe in the playoffs in general, than Kansas City today. Can they do it one more time? Or does Superman put his cape on?
Third and goal. Lofts it. Nothing there. Coleman with McDuffie on the coverage had that shielded. And now they're not showing any signs of kick here. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 4.
I can tell you right now, that's not the matchup you want to go at. I know Coleman's improved, gotten better, and had some huge catches for you, but we don't need to go against the second team All-Pro one-on-one. You got other matchups.
Cooper comes in. Curtis Samuel comes in.
The tendency of Spags is to come all-out pressure. Game on the line, 4th down. That's always been his tendency. I think he breaks that tendency right here.
4th and goal. Allen rifles it. Open! It's Samuel for the touchdown! In a flicker of a second, Josh Allen saw Curtis Samuel roaming free on the back of the end zone and an extra point away from tying this game.
What an outstanding job staying patient. But the motion right here, watch this motion. The free safety's in the middle. He's going to move over because it's a 4-by-1. Now they're going to move back. He goes there. It creates the window for a wide open throw to Samuel. And what a big time throw, staying patient in that pocket. What a game.
Extra point. The Chiefs have been good on blocking kicks this year. Bass's kick delivered with 6:15 to go. This rivalry that never fails to deliver. Short kick here. Remigio comes up to take it at the 10. He's dangerous. And he's out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So the one-score game syndrome, if that's what it is around the league. They've been unbeatable going back to last year in one-score games, 16 straight wins. It's an all-time NFL record, and this year 11-0.
It's why it's so hard to beat them. It's a mental side of it. They have the championship DNA. They expect to win. They have that belief, and now we're going to find out if the Bills have that same thing. But Mahomes is out there.
Mahomes comes to the right side to Hunt. Milano waiting for him. Tosses him down after 7 or 8 and got a flag on the back end of that. So it's a face masking already.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Defense, number 58. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Kansas City.
Just like that, the Chiefs are on the other side of the 50.
Well, you see right there, he grabs a hold of it. That's going to be called every time. Good call right there by the refs. And Mahomes, his spatial awareness, Jim, when I put the tape on this week, because we haven't done their game since week 11, it just stood out so fast. He gets the ball out so quickly. He sees leverage, angles before everyone else even thinks about the possibility of that guy becoming open, and so it makes it so difficult.
Here's a 1st and 10 from the gun. Kelsey with his second catch. Does that little pirouette move every time, and it picks up extra yardage virtually every single occasion. That picks up 12.
Well, and you'll see Milano doesn't get a good beat. Normally he's already running that direction because Mahomes holds his eyes, and you see the greatest, you could argue a lot of things for Mahomes, but Kelsey, the greatest possibly postseason, #1. So many categories above Jerry Rice. That is impossible, I thought.
Most catches all time in the post. 2 more tonight. Handoff to Hunt. And he's down to about the 33. Milano was waiting for him.
Yeah, most receptions, most 100-yard games, second all-time in receiving touchdowns. And you saw tonight they've done a decent job on him. But I think he's going to come up big here. I just have a feeling he's just too good to stay down.
They kept him quiet in that regular season game where he had 2 catches in that one for only 8. Tonight he's got 2 for 19.
That's why they're playing so much man. You see him running across with the motion player. That's because it's really Kelsey. He used to kill them in zone.
2nd and 7 in traffic. Gets it away. Worthy, the speedster, down to the 10-yard line.
Here's a mesh concept, and Kelsey's going to pretend to set a pick. And right before he hits Taron Johnson, he gets away. I mean, that's Andy Reid's special call, but it takes a special player to pretend like he's going to pick you. Travis Kelsey not getting the catch, but actually creating that play, and Worthy's had a day.
Yes, he has. 6 for 85 and a touchdown. He's also carried it a couple times for 16 yards. Got a 1st and goal now. Making quick and easy work of it. It's Patrick in traffic, in trouble. Is decked at the 17. Out of nowhere, they slow it down, and it's Phillips who was in the middle of that.
Oh my goodness, wait till you see Phillips, 97. He absolutely dominated the line of scrimmage. He absolutely walks back Caliendo right here. He picks him up, and carries him 3 yards into the backfield, Jim. And he showed up, him and Jones and Oliver last week. And he does it again on a huge situation.
Just tossed him aside. I wasn't sure if it was Mike Caliendo or Frank Caliendo trying to hold him off.
He definitely was going, oh, here we go for a ride.
Here we go. Tony over to Worthy. That's on the ground.
If Buffalo were to win this game, it was going to have to be something by this defensive line doing something exceptional. They did it on that first down play, and this is a bad miss right here. Because you see how far off Elam is, right? He doesn't want to give up a touchdown. He's playing it very safe. Felt like they should have attacked him a little more.
That first down sack was just so big. Now you got a 3rd and goal, 17 yards out with 3:42 remaining.
This is a scary call right now defensively. So you can see McDermott. He knows. He's like, do we rush him? Do we get the ball out of his hands quick and let someone else beat us? Or do we hang back and put everyone in the end zone? Nobody better ever than 3rd and long.
They back off. They rush 3. Holmes looking around. Has to get rid of it. And the Bills defense able to keep him out of the end zone thanks to that play by Phillips on 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
You're exactly right. And Von Miller showed up with a spin move, and Ed Oliver and him had a game on a TE.
Jay, this is going to be a chip shot here for Harrison Butker.
Well, he missed a month of the season, had arthroscopic surgery on his knee. To be able to come back to have these kind of kicks right here, Jim.
It's 35 yards is what it is. For the lead. Butker from 35, dead center. Now 11 for 11 in his career in the postseason in the 4th quarter or overtime. That is called clutch.
Clutch. He's got that clutch gene. Mahomes has that clutch gene. Josh Allen has showed up in the playoffs over and over again. Even when they lose, he's still played great games, but no bigger moment than this one coming up for Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's got a chance now as they hold him to a field goal to maybe go down and win this thing. Ball with 13 seconds left. He had just thrown the touchdown to give them the lead. He never saw the football again, but nonetheless, Chiefs went on to win it 42-36 in overtime. One of the great games anybody's ever witnessed.
Definitely, and right now, he has another opportunity like that, and he's been waiting for this all year and for many years in some ways. Here you don't win it, and Mahomes goes on, it only adds more pressure. And now you have the ball, 3 minutes, 33 seconds, down 3 at Kansas City. The guy you're chasing is on the other sideline. He's going for a 3-peat. This is your time, Josh Allen.
And 3 timeouts. First play is a negative play, a loss of 1. Wharton got to him first. They crashed across the line.
Well, it's a simple toss play, and you see just breaking through. We talked about Wharton, how much he's come on. I mean, this D-line has some guys, and they have played outstanding today. Dana, Jones, Wharton, Karlaftis, I mean, impressive.
Going against an offensive line that's been together on more snaps percentage-wise than any offensive line in the league. 2nd and 11. Allen backpedals to the 17, now takes off. Oh, he's got room. And spins around. What a tackle there by Connor. Gain of 13 in the first.
When you play man-to-man, you're looking for your best matchup. And your best matchup when you play man-to-man is Josh Allen against whoever's trying to spy or guard him. They didn't have a spy on that play because it wasn't a 3rd down. Great decision by Josh to run there.
2:25 to go. New set of downs. Down the middle. Dangerous. Incomplete.
Well, this was risky. I think he just threw it away because he felt like people might be around him because it's supposed to be a screen pump fake. And to me, it's just a throwaway.
Yes. Hicks is bouncing around like he thought he could have made a play on it, but it looked like Allen
wanted him to keep going over the top.
Yes.
2nd level, that's where Kelsey and people who played together forever. But Josh Allen needs to touch the ball. The last 2 plays of each 4-play sequence, Jim. You do not let him only get 1 crack at it from this point on.
2nd and 10. Batted down. Never got past the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton right there.
Omenahu blocks it, but Bolton's going to be the spy. So his job is to roll right there and just track Josh Allen. But I talked about how long Omenahu was. Don't mess around and say, hey, we need to run it here. Josh Allen has the ball. Use his legs, throw the football. Kansas City, I think they're coming after him right here, Jim.
So 3rd and 10.
No safety deep. No one's behind these guys. They're coming.
Quickly sidearms it. That's Cooper trying to break through the tackle, and Karlaftis wouldn't let go. Now it's 4th down as we approach the 2-minute warning.
Wow, what a decision right here. Went cover 0 on the last play. Does he do it again? That's always like, you can't do it back to back. You got to surprise him. He didn't do it in the red zone. They scored the touchdown. Spagnuolo ain't going down without being aggressive. He's going to have time here, Jim.
Whole season for Buffalo on the line here. They come. He just desperately throws it up in the air, incomplete. Kincaid was right there. There is a flag.
I didn't see a flag thrown there.
I'm told there's a flag.
I know, but this is Spagnuolo pretended to not blitz. Safeties are back, and he sends a corner blitz.
No
and
flag.
It comes free. He waited all game to send the most exotic pressure. He comes from this side. Look at the corner. He's going to come scot-free. Never would you think he's coming. And right there, completely takes the hopes. And Kincaid
almost got there.
Could have caught that one. Josh still made it work. Game's not over right now. 3
we had the
timeouts.
report from the sideline that there had been a flag, but there was no flag. There was no penalty at all, and there's going to be the first timeout called by Buffalo.
It feels like the game's over to
But it's
everyone,
not.
like that was it. It's not. 3 timeouts, but Patrick Mahomes has the ball. Up 3, 2nd and 9, and I believe the theory, Patrick Mahomes has to have the ball 2 times in a row. Don't make these 2 great quarterbacks only have 1 crack at getting the first down. Don't just hand it off and make it a 3rd and 8, then you might have to punt. To me, Mahomes is going to use his legs. He's going to extend the plate. You're going to move the pocket. Expect him to throw the ball here and on 3rd down.
Here's rolling out, flips it, Pacheco, barrels ahead, lowers his head and takes off for the first down. He just ran right through Cole Bishop to give them another set of downs.
Well, we just talked about you run up there and make it look like we're just going to hand it off. We're all lined tightly, and guess what? Mahomes is going to move the pocket and run.
But it did go out of bounds.
That helps Buffalo. Andy Reid,
They have
Patrick Mahomes, wow.
That basic play they've had all night long.
Exactly right. They make
Every
you feel
time.
all this.
Timeout called by Kansas City.
But if you just know and play what I told you, he's going to use Mahomes twice. They're not going to just accept the run. Andy's going to go ahead and say Mahomes gets 2 cracks at it on 2nd and 3rd, not 1. And even though it looks that way, he was going to roll out and do it. Watch, everyone looks like it's just a simple run inside. And you remember when Josh Allen threw it to Cook right in the flat? Exact same play.
Again, the State Farm post-game show. Immediately after.
Gotten amazing at it as well. But Andy Reid and Mahomes are just next level. It looks like they're going to have a shot at it, Jim.
From the 36, it's Pacheco. Clogged and stopped. So he kept that clock going as he stood tall for long enough. Timeout called with 1:38.
This is slightly different than the other one now, because now Buffalo's down to 1 timeout, so they may run it here. Different scenario. Every timeout, every 20 seconds matters. And here's Kincaid's drop. Oh!
How about that pass getting there?
I can't believe he actually gave his team a chance. I mean, that should have been caught, right?
Right in his hands.
Had a great season, and Looked like he was throwing it up for nothing, but it was actually heroic in some ways to get a ball to a guy that has open space to be able to catch it. Everything has to, I mean, to beat this Chiefs team, something's got to go your way somewhere, shape, or form, and they will still overcome it. And today, they've left their heart sleeve on the field. Not over.
Not over at all.
I think
Second
they
and
run
9.
it. I think they might keep running here.
It's Hunt, and he's tripped up by Milano for a loss of 1. And now comes the final timeout by the Bills.
We got a game.
This line of scrimmage is actually right at about the place where in just a few minutes they'll bring the staging out, the platform out, and that's where the Lamar Hunt Trophy presentation is going to take place for the winning team. It's like right here. So let's see now. They've got to make a play from the Buffalo 35, 39.
You're not worried about field goal. Jay, no problem kicking it from here. How many yards, if they got sacked, do you think they can have?
None. I think if you get sacked, you're going to punt the ball. I think right here would be a 53-yard field goal. Obviously, you can make that, but you get 5, 6, 7 more yards, you feel good about it.
3rd and 9 as Butker prepares to be called on.
Season on the line right here. Here it comes.
First down, the game's over. Came Mahomes to it. Got the P-Ryan. P-Ryan makes the move around Bernard, and that will clinch it.
Mahomes with the dagger through the heart, man-to-man. Andy Reid special, run the running back underneath, so he's got to run through everybody else.
P-Ryan.
And for the quarterback who's never not made it to the AFC Championship game, every year he started, he's going back again, Jim, for a three-peat chance.
P. Ryan had not touched the football the entire game. He gets the play, had to get around Bernard, by the way, for the first down. And all emotions on those sidelines. And they can call it a three-peat. We know that has been trademarked by Pat Riley. You can call it a whatever you want. Three-chief, a chief-peat, whatever it is. They're about to head to New Orleans to explore the opportunity to reach a level that's never been seen before, Tony, in the history of the NFL. A chance at 3 consecutive Super Bowl titles.
Who could have thought? What an incredible job by Andy Reid and this organization of building this. And to have that chance, you're going to get one of those trademarked. I don't know if it's the Chief Pete. What was the other one?
Yeah, there's the... No, the three-peat belongs to Pat Riley. Chief Pete. 3 Chief.
There you go. Well, I can tell you that's almost impossible. And Josh Allen, the heartache.
Another one-score win, by the way. The 12th of the season. 12-0 on the season.
17 in a row now. All-time record, and 2 of the great players we've ever seen in the National Football League showed us another great performance today.
Number 301 for Andy Reid in his career, and another denial for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in a close one in Kansas City. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, congratulations, Patrick. We meet again in this moment. And now for you, you guys have the opportunity to head back to a Super Bowl and keep the chances of a three-peat alive. We knew it would come down to the wire. How do you even describe this one, this opportunity at hand?
I mean, first off, I want to give all glory to God. Without him, none of this is possible, and I truly mean that. And I'm just so proud of my teammates, man, how they responded. That was a great football team, and I'm just lost for words. I'm excited for New Orleans.
You talked about your teammates, whether it was Worthy, whether it was you with your legs, and then the defense on that 4th down stop. What is it about this team that continuously gets it done?
Yeah, I think I've always said it. It's not about one guy. It's not about a couple guys. It's about the whole entire team. And when we needed the defense to get stops, they got stops. Offense, we made plays. And that's why we're so special, because it's a team effort and it's a team football game.
Well, good luck in New Orleans.
Yeah, appreciate you.